Ken Trahan with Lenny Vangilder. It's our first NBC weekend review, courtesy of First NBC Bank, 30 locations throughout the metropolitan New Orleans area. First and foremost, be safe, make a sound decision with your family, with whatever that may be concerning the presence of storm, tropical storm, hurricane, whatever it may be, Isaac, because clearly there are going to be some serious impacts in some areas of the metropolitan area. So we at SportsNOLA.com wish you nothing but the best, and you are in our prayers. With regard to the New Orleans Saints, they are making a decision today about what they will do, maybe go to Cincinnati, ultimately get to Nashville. They play their preseason game, their finale, on Thursday night against the Tennessee Titans, coming off of a win over the Houston Texans. Clearly the most entertaining preseason game they've played, but that was to be expected, Lenny, given the circumstances.
Well, you're playing your ones. You got two very good teams. The first 30 minutes was very entertaining. There were some mistakes made, 5 turnovers on both sides, but you didn't feel like it was bad football by any means. It was, there were some hard hits put on out there that caused those fumbles, and it was fun to watch there for the first 30 minutes. Really, the first chance it made you feel like you were getting ready for September 9th.
And these are two elite NFL offenses, make no mistake about it. When they are healthy, these two offenses are among the 5 or 6 best in the league. These teams are legitimate threats to reach the Super Bowl, and I know some people are speaking about the same. Robinson looks like he continues to improve. I think Akeem Hicks is a guy to keep an eye on that has the physical ability to transcend. And as I mentioned, Lenny, their linebackers were missing in action for the most part.
Exactly. And the other thing you got to remember, just like on the offensive side, you're seeing a vanilla version of things at this point. You can evaluate players and that sort of thing. You mentioned Akeem Hicks. Let's not forget about Corey White either. Those are 2 pretty good draft picks on the defensive side. Your 3rd and your 5th round picks who both have a chance to, be a part of the rotation, both on the defensive line and the secondary when the bullets start flying for real in a couple of weeks.
And I expect we have not seen Nick Toon, who was very well thought of in May, Thursday, because there's still a spot at wide receiver that may be open on this roster based upon the fact that maybe no one has really stepped up and grabbed that thing.
Exactly. I mean, the guys who were playing the best get hurt. Guys, Adrian Arrington was doing okay in the early part of camp. Andy Tanner was having an outstanding camp. These guys continuing to go down. Seemed like Joseph Morgan had his chance, and he's made some mistakes. A fumble the other night that I don't know was really a fumble. It looked like his forward progress was stopped, but nonetheless, you still got to hang on to the football. But you're right. There's clearly an opportunity to be that 4th wide receiver.
Yeah, and Morgan is a guy that clearly is in the gray area because of his inability to catch the ball consistently or hold on to the ball consistently, or his questionable decisions on kick returns where he could make an impact, but he has speed. So it's intriguing. Same thing with Chris Ivory. He likely makes the team because he's a good running back, but he has some serious ball security issues.
Exactly. Putting it down on the ground in that first offensive series where he really never got his balance as he broke through the line and was running with his head down and ended up getting the ball jarred loose in that situation. Travaris Cadet has had an outstanding camp and preseason. What do you do with a guy like that? I don't know that you can keep 5 running backs on this team. Maybe if you do, you got to find a spot somewhere else. Maybe you only carry 1 fullback. They carried too much of the year last year. If Cadet's going to make this team, he's going to have to do other things other than just return kicks.
And football, which is oftentimes dreadful. The one thing we can say is that the Saints have a pretty solid backup quarterback in Chase Daniel. He continues to show progress each and every preseason, managing this offense, making good decisions, and he can make some plays with his feet.
Yeah, I think so. He has gotten better and better. It's one of those things now where maybe a year or 2 ago you felt like if something were to happen to Drew Brees, it would be like doom and gloom. But if Brees were to go out for a short period of time, say a quarter or a half, even a game, something like that, I'm not sure you'd feel so badly having Chase Daniel in there. Now, if Brees were out for the season, you might take a different approach. But I think Chase Daniel has kind of built himself, working under the wing of Brees to be a very adequate backup in this league.
High school football season gets underway this weekend. Some interruption based upon the storm, but we expect that games will be played. Some have been changed already. Watch SportsNOLA.com to get that information. And then, of course, Tulane and LSU getting ready to kick it off.
Exactly. And Tulane on the field Monday morning. I think they're considering options as to what they're going to do at this point. Are they going to get up and leave campus? Obviously, for your college football teams, Tuesday and Wednesday are the key days. And in terms of preparation going into a game on Saturday, Tulane scheduled to host Rutgers Saturday night in the Dome. LSU going to host North Texas Saturday night in Baton Rouge. So they're trying to get ready for those openers while keeping an eye on the skies as well.
Well, we will look forward to the first big football weekend of the season forthcoming, and we look forward to talking to you later in the week as well. Stay safe, as we mentioned. Make good decisions on what you're going to do. And SportsNOLA TV debuts next Monday, Labor Day, at 6 p.m. on WHNO Channel 20. And you'll want to tune in each and every week for that at 6 p.m. Lenny, it's always a pleasure. Stay safe.
Same to you, and hopefully we'll see you on Friday.
All right, look forward to it. This has been our SportsNOLA.com first NBC weekend review. And for Lenny Vangilder, I'm Ken Trahan.